So here is that original picture that I shared with you at the very beginning of the lecture. But let's just go and talk about this is a cholinergic synapse. So it is basically a synapse that uses acetylcholine. So let's talk about an antagonist and an agonist for acetylcholine. So one of the ways we make more acetylcholine is to eat the foods that are synthesized into acetylcholine. But one interesting way, black widow venom. So you get bit by a black widow. What it does is it actually promotes more acetylcholine to be released and to actually fill the receptor sites, which causes an increase in acetylcholine at the neuromuscular junction. This increase of acetylcholine actually just, it's too much activation. It actually causes seizure activity. Basically, if it continues to outpace the normal neurotransmitter release and degradation, and then it goes away, and you ultimately will have complete muscle paralysis and die. So then you have nicotine. It stimulates the acetylcholine receptors. It's a stimulant. So again, it's an agonist. Now, another way you can create more acetylcholine is to actually block the action of the enzymes that break it down. So it creates more acetylcholine in the synaptic gap. So how are we doing here? Now, let's talk about an antagonist, this red. So botulism basically is you get it, it's like food poisoning. You get it from like canned goods that have gone bad. It blocks the release of acetylcholine, which isn't taken up by the postsynaptic receptor site. And it basically leads to paralysis and death. So we need acetylcholine for motor movement. And now we are sick with botulism. It blocks the release of acetylcholine. We have no acetylcholine in these receptor sites, and basically we just drop. So that's how curare works. You watch those movies of sedating. They don't really use it anymore, but the same concept of sedating an animal, a wild animal, is you shoot it with a medicine that actually blocks receptors. So you can actually block the release, and then you can actually have curare, which blocks the receptors and really has the same behavioral effect. So anyway, we're going to have a couple more slides like this where it's talking just about how each of them works. But I wanted to start with the cholinergic synapse, and there's going to be a discussion on Canvas if you have any more questions, okay?